Tales of American Political History with Clint Hackney.
The United States has millions of people who provide a public service risking their lives for not a whole lot of money. There are law enforcement personnel, firefighters, emergency medical servants, intelligence gatherers, and many others. Most of these workers, though appreciated, go unnoticed and are unknown except by their families, co-workers, and friends. Much of the work is exciting, exhilarating, and self-fulfilling, which must attract the good people who spend their lives in these professions. Very few of these honorable Americans receive notoriety or commendations, and when they do, it's usually when something goes wrong. Such was the case with Jerry Parr. Parr worked at what he dreamed of doing as a child. He was the consummate professional doing his job as a civil servant day in and day out. It would be difficult for any American to name a famous member of the U.S. Secret Service, but there are a few, and Jerry Parr is one of them. Born in 1930, Parr grew up in Miami, and at age 10, his dad took him to see the movie Code of the Secret Service, which was about an agent named Brass Bancroft. And the movie clearly captured his imagination. He asked his dad to take him back to see it over and over. At that early age, he determined that when he grew up, he was going to be a Secret Service agent, just like Brass Bancroft in the movie. And lo and behold, in his early 30s, he was accepted into the service. Parr's interest started after watching the movie Code of the Secret Service in 1939 at age 10. He got a B.A. in English and philosophy from Vanderbilt and applied to the service in 1962. He was accepted and over the next several years conducted foreign and domestic protective surveys for various presidents and vice presidents, working with security, intelligence, and law enforcement personnel around the globe. He went on to serve 10 years in the Foreign Dignitary Division and then served as special agent in charge of the Vice Presidential Protective Division. In 1979, Parr was assigned to Presidential Protection, where he was destined to save the life of the 40th President of the United States. At age 49, Parr was named agent in charge of the White House detail. Almost one of 5 U.S. presidents have been the victim of an attempted assassination, and half of those attempts have been successful. These numbers are embedded in the minds of agents with the White House detail and serve to keep their minds and skills sharpened. Parr first directed security for President Jimmy Carter without incident. But only 2 months into Ronald Reagan's presidency, all of Jerry Parr's training and hard work would be called upon. On March 30th, 1981, Reagan gave a speech at the Washington Hilton Hotel. When he exited to walk to his limousine, he was guarded on his right by Agent Parr. It was Agent Parr who stood next to Ronald Reagan when John Hinckley shot at the president. Parr quickly pushed Reagan into his limo, landing on top of him. As they sped to the White House, Parr saw blood on Reagan's mouth and immediately commanded the limo to the hospital. Because of the unknown rapid blood loss, it's likely that decision saved the president's life. But we have to go back to the movie. When 10-year-old Jerry Parr had his father take him back again and again to see Code of the Secret Service, where Parr's hero, Agent Brass Bancroft, saved the day and ignited Parr's ambition to be an agent. The amazing irony was that the star of that movie, the actor who played Brass Bancroft, was none other than Ronald Reagan.